It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Washington, where the Wizards will be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Looking at the Pelicans, they're coming in off a win in their last game against New York. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops too. And we get to see the Brow in action tonight. Scary that it's still so early in his career. Kenny, just how good can Anthony Davis get?
Well, he's
Look
dominant.
at that brow you got right there.
Oh,
Whoa,
I have a double brow.
Man, that thing has
A duo
taken on
brow?
a life
I have
of
a
its
double
own.
brow. I have a
Duo brow.
Yeah, yeah. It
It weighs
does.
about 14 pounds,
It's
doesn't
thick,
it?
though. It's thick,
Wow.
but it's a duo.
Anyway, AD.
Well, anyway, he's dominant in almost every aspect of the game. A big guy who can handle the ball. He can run the floor. He can shoot jump shots. He can defend. And he's a force anywhere you put him.
I want to see how smart you guys are.
Okay.
If he was a reptile, which reptile would he be?
Oh, a raptor.
Ernie,
If he were a reptile,
what would he be?
he'd be,
Taking too long, Ernie. He'd be a versatilian.
Ooh.
Team should be nervous of what he can do in 3 years. You like that? Versatilian.
That
like
is.
that.
I'm surprised that you've waited this long to break that one out. A
Yeah.
versatilian.
Dr. O'Neal, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Amphibious.
Kevin Harlan, it's all yours.
We're coming to you from beautiful Washington, D.C. as the Wizards prepare to take the court. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. This is the last stop for the Pelicans before returning to New Orleans. And, of course, Jabari Parker. We saw him deliver a very nice performance in his first game for the team, from coaches to fans, and I'm sure his teammates. A very welcome moment for him.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2" guard to a 6'10" big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, "I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me." And her saying, "I just bought those 3 weeks ago." Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, D.A. We have a long season still ahead of us. Smitty, as a veteran, how much did you look to pace yourself as the season was going on, but in particular the early part of the season?
Great question, Kevin. I think you look at it as a veteran, you got to assess the situation. If you got to come out there and I guess push your pace as a veteran because you want a team to get off to a good start,
get a nice clean
hopefully
game,
the younger guys can continue that pace, or you have a team that is going well and they know you need them at the end. It's a tough call for some veterans, and that's why you see the veterans hanging around that can do both.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Peyton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Davis, and it's Miller in at the 3 slot. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. Parker outside. To the inside. And Davis sends it back. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Now here is Davis. Turned in an outstanding game against New York.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
And Wall kicks to Beal. The 3. Excellent D there from Holiday. New Orleans with the ball. 4-point game. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And there were a few teams that gave them trouble last year, but this team was one that you wouldn't have expected.
Here's Wall following the basket by Elfrid Payton. Outside Beal. Shoots. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
Outside Holiday. Here's Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Kicks it out to Ariza. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
The jump hook. Dwight Howard grabs the board. For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Parker finds Wall. Back to Parker. Stolen by Holiday. Miller inside. Ariza covering. Miller against Ariza. Payton left side over Parker. Payton's shot is off. Wizards trail by 6. And Wall. Here we go now. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
Holiday surveying the floor. Davis, the pass to Holiday. Kicks it to Miller. And stolen by Ariza. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Beal dishes to Wall. Back to Beal. Over Holiday. The putback. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And you know, when everyone's working together, taking care of their roles, it just makes the game easier.
You know what? We got to see what this offense is capable of. When they get into a rhythm, man, watch out.
Just 4 to shoot. And again, no good by New Orleans. Washington trailing. Inside. Parker right side. Ariza. Parker trying to free himself up. Ariza no luck. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Poked loose. Pass to Payton. He dishes it to Holiday. Back to Payton. Out to Miller. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Miller's got his second basket of the game.
That's outstanding decision making there to change his shot and find an open teammate for an easy basket.
Payton against Wall. Outside Beal. Back to Wall. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Wall's got 5 points so far.
The defense disrespecting his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Holiday against Ariza. Here's Okafor. And he lays it straight in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Payton against Wall. Left side Beal, and stolen by Payton. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Miller with the ball. And that one's good by Davis.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Wall kicks to Beal. There's the pass to Howard. That's a 2 from Parker. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Okafor finds Miller. And here is Okafor, another key contributor to that nice win against New York. 5 to shoot. Holiday inside the line. No good. And Washington the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
They executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Well, sometimes the away games brings guys together. It's you versus the world in that situation.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Washington making some changes. Bobby Portis comes in for Dwight Howard. And Zedaransky subbed in for Bradley Beal. And New Orleans also making a change. Frazier's checked in. Now here's Frazier. Miller, the pass to Davis. Over Wall. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Miller. Davis has got 6.
What a good-looking shot from Anthony Davis. Has a natural feel from the mid-range.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. We know analytics is in the NBA to stay. In fact, it's expanding every season. Do players pay as much attention, do you think, to the advanced statistics as the coaches in the front office and the talent evaluators do?
You know, I think players more and more, Kevin, now are looking at these numbers and trying to see where they can get better at in different areas. They use those numbers when it's an advantage for them during contract time. They definitely run right to those analytics and say the reason why they should be paid more. So, but I still think the coaching staff in the front office has a heavily balance on using it more than players.
Using them selectively is what you're saying.
To their advantage.
Yeah. Portis can't get it to go.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Playing inside out, AD is the guy to do it with. Tremendous accuracy in the paint.
Ariza kicks to Wall. Back to Ariza. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, a versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league as really just a raw athlete, it's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And for the Pelicans, they can now start to look at the future in a different light. Now they have a team that can compete in the West with the core. It's just about adding the right pieces around Anthony Davis.
Now here's Johnson. 8 points his last outing. It's deflected.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one.
Wizards trail by 6. To the middle. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Here is Frazier. And, of course, for the Pelicans and their future, Steve, last offseason was spent trying to get Cousins back.
Alvin Gentry, the coach, said the team wanted Cousins back despite the injury. Didn't quite work out the way they hoped with Cousins leaving, but this team showed they can compete without Cousins. Last season, Anthony Davis took his defensive game to just another level. He was always a good defender, but he's starting to become dominant. With his quickness and length, he's just a menace on that end.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. And for his efforts on defense, Davis was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Anthony got some votes, and he might get even more this year. The man had a triple-double with blocks last season. He's the kind of player that makes everyone hear footsteps when he's on the floor.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Zedaransky. That one no good. Great D that time from Davis. Johnson goes in. Banked in off the glass. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Ariza against Moore. On the wing, Green. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Ariza passes to Decker.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
And the three off target. To the paint. Shot good by Diallo. And now a 10-point New Orleans lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Satoransky kicks to Decker. Moore against Ariza. And Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all three levels.
Count the basket. Ariza's got his second bucket of the night. Pelicans leading by 8. Inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Passes it to Decker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Johnson. For Washington, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Ian Clark's checked in for Tim Frazier. And the second free throw, good. More and more, Steve, the NBA becoming about two-way players. Who are some of your favorites that fit that mold?
I think option number 1 is LeBron James. He does an excellent job, and obviously because of the load he's been carrying, it's been more, I would say, sided offensively, but he's capable. Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul. Draymond Green doesn't score much on the offensive end, but you know he does a lot of things as far as passing the basketball, setting screens. So them are some of those guys. And Kevin Durant lately has become one of those guys that you can count on blocking shots.
Love all those examples. Now here's Decker. Tight defense on him. It's hauled in by Diallo.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Johnson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go. 1:43 left in the first quarter. And again, Washington no good. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Well, Steve, Etuan Moore, a fantastic sharp-shooting wing for this team.
Yes, Moore hasn't always been a big shooter from deep. That part of his game has grown in the last few seasons. But as he's taken more threes, his overall shooting percentage has risen. That's something you just don't see.
Now here's Wall. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto.
And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
Satoransky against Moore. The shot off that time, and the Wizards now going the other way. Down low, and Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Here's Clark, covered by Wall. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Davis has got 15.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now Satoransky, still looking for his first bucket in this one. A steal to the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Pelicans lead by 13. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. And Wall with the slam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Fades away. No good on the last second attempt there.
Heart, guts, and commitment. Bobby Portis with terrific defense on that play.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Pelicans lead by 11. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Some big goals for John Wall, looking to become the best he can be.
Just keep getting better defensively. I want to be all defensive first team. I definitely want to be in MVP conversations. I want to get this team to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I mean, it all starts where you have to win. You got to be the leader to compete every night. And you know, some nights when you take those nights off, MVPs don't take nights off.
And GA, that's exactly what you want to hear from your leader.
And if he stays healthy, Wall has the talent to put himself in that MVP conversation. He's that kind of player.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
No, right off the tip, it was an ambush, pushing the pace every chance they got.
So for New Orleans right now, Diallo out there with Davis. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's Clark in at the point. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader. Kevin?
Good story, DA. Thank you. And so here is New Orleans after the basket by Washington. Ryan against Moore. 4 on the clock. Over Wall. Kept alive. Here's Diallo. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Wall against Davis. Here's Satoransky. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door. He seemed like he was never going to come back down to earth. He hung in the air forever.
Here is Bryant, following the score by New Orleans. And Satoransky kicks to Decker. No good from outside. New Orleans leading by 15. Over to the wing. Here's Moore. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Decker. Bryant finds Wall. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check. He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
So for the Wizards, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Green. Parker comes in for Sam Decker. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Satoransky. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Davis. Darius Miller comes in for Stanley Johnson. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Etuan Moore. And it's Peyton in for Ian Clark. Wall, no luck.
and just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Holiday gets the bucket.
So often Drew creates with the ball in his hands. This time the play is created for him.
Wall against Payton. Right side, Beal. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Knocked away. Wall with the steal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Washington, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And the first one drops. And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
Smitty, looking back in your career, what's the most pressure you've felt in a game?
You know, I think the most pressure, you love to be in those games. I think that's when you strive. I think the most pressure I ever felt, and it wasn't a playoff game, Kevin, or a championship game. It was that very first game as a rookie, because that game you had nothing to compare to, and it was everything you dreamed about. And that first game, you were finally saying, for me, I couldn't get it out of my head. This is my first NBA game. So I think that was the most pressure game I've ever played in.
Wizards trail by 16. Here's Howard with the tip. Here's Parker. Goes up again. Howard trying to free himself up. Parker's shot is off. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. To the middle. It's stolen by Bryant. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And here's a check of the 2K leaderboard and the top rebounding shooting guards of the past 10 games. Bradley Beal, 3rd.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a 2 guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
It just illustrates the level of effort that the guys on that list play with every night. They're willing to do all the things to help their teams win, and rebounding is a big part of it.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
It's stolen by Wall. It's deflected and stolen by Miller. And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that 3rd foul this early.
Pelicans leading by 15. Payton outside. Out to Miller, down low. Okafor dishes to Payton. 3 on the clock. The three-pointer, no good. Washington has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Howard. And it's 7 points for Parker.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
For New Orleans, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Frazier's checked in. Beal with it. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto. To the wing on the left. Here's Wall. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Frazier the pass to Okafor. New Orleans moving the ball around.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
And Washington making a change here. Ariza's checked in. New Orleans leading by 16. Frazier kicks to Miller. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Miller's got 9 points. The Wizards shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Wall. Nice D from Frazier.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Shots good by Miller. Miller's got 8 here in the quarter.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Beal finds Wall. That one's off. Still out of sync.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Goes up. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Feeds to Frazier. Parker with the steal. Here's Ariza. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
And it's Frazier with the ball for New Orleans. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Get there. Screen.
Poked away and stolen by Howard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
2 shots.
And the free throw good from Howard. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
And both free throws good for Howard. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers, not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the matchup with the Heat, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Free throw good, Frazier. He hits both from the stripe.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Wall against Frazier. Let's go. Kept alive by Washington. The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
That's good.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
That's good from Howard.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
Frazier outside. Here's Diallo. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Frazier scanning the floor, and the shot falls short this time. Wizards trail by 15. Parker kicks to Wall, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness. Sometimes it's really about personalities.
That one misses for Wall.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Yeah, and Superman taking flight for the lob finish.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Ariza against Miller. Back to Holiday. Goes back up. Rebound by the Wizards. Beal gets a wide open look. No good with the triple. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
Now here is Holiday. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York. And it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions, and Howard's still a presence down low.
The Wizards have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
And Wall has said he wants to be in the MVP conversation moving forward. A terrific floor general with unreal athleticism.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Bobby Portis has checked in for Jabari Parker, and Satoransky's subbed in for Beal. New Orleans also making some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Shaq Diallo. Etuan Moore comes in for Darius Miller, and Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. New Orleans leading by 10. Here's Clark. And Okafor has it in the corner. Moore against Ariza. Moore outside. Fires the 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Pelicans. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for New Orleans, they've fallen all too quickly down to that spot at the bottom of the standings. If any team needed a bright start, it was them.
Yep, they're already been written off by a lot of people this season. I'm not ready to give up on them quite yet. but they better show me something soon.
Great positioning on the putback.
And that's what you love to see from Howard, creating his own offense there off the miss.
And it's Frazier with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And Moore kicks to Davis. Shoots over Portis. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Wizards trail by 8. Here's Ariza. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists tonight. New Orleans has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Moore passes to Okafor. 1:07 left to play here in the second quarter. And he's able to get it back. Count it.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Frazier against Wall. Now here's Ariza. He's covered closely, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Green, he's checked in for Washington. Sam Decker comes in for John Wall. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for New Orleans. .46 seconds left in the first half of the game. 6 to shoot. Decker kicks to Ariza. And it's off from three-point range. Pelicans leading by 7. Pass to Moore. Shoots from 12. Here's Davis. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter. Washington shooting not great, 40% for the game. And here is Satoransky. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
Right at the free throw line. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Johnson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And we've reached halftime in this one. New Orleans on top. They lead by 9. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfert, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. We're getting it out the rim fast and getting out the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Elfert. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 21 points, 3 block shots, and 1 assist. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They are definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
The dome of the U.S. Capitol building looking absolutely grand as we make our return to Washington, D.C. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Wizards trail by 9. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Trevor Ariza out there with Parker. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That sends Trevor Ariza to the free throw line. It's on Jahlil Okafor. For Washington, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Shooting one.
The free throw drops for Ariza. Pelicans leading by 6. Holiday finds Davis. Parker with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Wall, and Miller with the block. Now Holiday, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jabari Parker. The Pelicans have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good for Miller.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Ball against Payton. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Wall.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's foul number 2 for him. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Payton kicks to Holiday. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Bradley Beal.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018. A top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
Now here's Payton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And it's Davis missing.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Wall's shot is off. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Davis dishes to Miller. Back to Davis. He kicks it to Miller. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Miller's got 18 points in the game.
You like the unselfishness there from Davis. A high-scoring big who can facilitate.
Outside, Beal jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 11 rebounds in the game.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance. I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Here's Parker. The Wizards with another miss.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Holiday, the pass to Miller. Back to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Over Parker. That one wide left.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Now the feed to Beal. Gets himself open and drills it. He's got 6.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Payton finds Holiday. Davis with it. He's covered by Beal. Davis, the pass to Holiday. On the wing, Miller. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Miller's got 7 points for the quarter.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Wizards trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Ariza. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 13 with that last one. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Misses the 3.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Wall. Parker trying to free himself up. Wall's shot is off. Parker with the steal. To the middle. Here's Ariza. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And I like the way Ariza is asserting himself offensively.
New Orleans leading by 5. Payton kicks to Davis. Beal against Holiday. Here's Okafor. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Wizards have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Wall's shot is good.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Here's Davis. Following the basket by John Wall. Over Parker. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 23 points.
The fans are loving it right now. AD has been incredible tonight.
Ball taking his time here. Kicks it to Beal. Over Miller. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Bradley Beal.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Payton finds Miller. They get a hand on it. And there's the pass to Davis. Lets it go with the 3. And Miller with the basket on the assist by Davis. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Washington calls timeout. Washington making some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Howard. Bryant comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Satoransky is subbed in for John Wall. New Orleans also making some changes. Chet Diallo, he's checked in for Okafor. Johnson comes in for Miller. And it's Frazier in for Payton. Now here's Parker. No good that time. Excellent D there by Johnson.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Miller.
This has been a pleasure to watch. The rhythm he has in his game right now, the ease with which he's able to release these shots from beyond the arc. The defense just has no answer for him. And if he's going to continue to make threes like he has, KD bar to the door.
Now here's Davis. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Over Bryant. It's rebounded by Portis.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Now here's Satoransky. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. Parker. Frazier with it. Outside Holiday. With the floater. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Now, here's Satoransky. Outside, Beal. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 4 assists in the game. New Orleans gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Holiday. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Holiday's got 5.
As a coach, you're comfortable with Holiday taking that shot. He has a good feel from the mid-range.
Satoransky, the pass to Parker. Outside, Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Outside, Holiday. Johnson kicks to Davis. It's stolen by Bryant. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
And first timeout of the game called for New Orleans.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here, as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
So for the Wizards, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Bryant. And Decker subbed in for Jabari Parker. And then for New Orleans, Etuan Moore comes in for Drew Holiday. And Ian Clark subbed in for Tim Frazier. Now here's Beal. 15 points in the game. And Green slams it in.
And not efficient in that first half, but they have really picked it up here. The shots that weren't falling earlier are finally finding the bottom of the net.
And the Pelicans with possession here. After the basket by Washington. Beal with the steal. And finished off by Beal.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt that could be a gigantic swing in momentum, given how that sequence developed.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Washington. On the wing, Davis, defended by Portis. Just 5 on the clock. Davis finds Johnson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Sam Decker. Now we know Stanley Johnson was a 4-time state champion in high school in California. 3 gold medals with the U.S. youth teams. Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. I mean, he did it all. A lot of winning in his background.
You know, he plays the game with ultra confidence. He's fearless.
Gentlemen,
doesn't care who you are. He's coming head on.
And that one falls for Johnson. He's off on the second. Wizards leading by 4. Here's Satoransky. Passes it to Decker. It's stolen by Davis. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. So it's Washington now. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. And Decker slams it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Timeout, gentlemen. 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Clark. And so Clark nails both of them. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. They lead by 1. Pass to Green. Now here's Decker. He's guarded by Johnson. That one good for 2. Decker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
New Orleans gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. That's good from Moore.
Etuan Moore gives you the production, but he also gives you the intangible. He plays like an older brother.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Satoransky kicks to Beal. Inside, Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Bobby Portis, when he's rolling to the basket, he's now under more control.
Pelicans trail by 4. Outside, Davis. 52 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Won't go in for the 6th time in 14 shots tonight. He's made 8. Beal against Moore. Decker dishes to Beal. And good that time. And it's a 6-point Wizards lead.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
36 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Clark. Satoransky covering. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Darius Miller, he's checked in for Shaq Diallo. And so it's New Orleans with it. Here's Beal. The rebound by Johnson. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Clark. Satoransky covering. And it's Moore penetrating. Miller with a wide open look. And it's good off the back rim and in. Miller's got 12 now in this quarter.
He has a score-first mindset. Etuan plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Wizards lead by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
With a sense of urgency right now, okay? We can't hold back. We can't give up easy baskets. We can't give up mistake baskets, okay? We got to lock in.
Well, it's obvious they're in this game. He's begging them to stay engaged no matter what.
And Kevin, this one is far from over. I like seeing Coach Gentry urging his group on like this.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Anthony Davis is out there with Miller. Then there's Payton. Then there's Etuan Moore, and it's Clark in at the shooting guard.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
John Wall's checked in for Satoransky. That one misses for Davis.
The great thing about Anthony Davis, he's efficient. He shoots a great percentage from the field and from the line, and he doesn't turn it over.
Payton against Wall. Pass to Portis. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Bobby Portis plays hard, gives 100%, puts himself in a position to succeed.
Now here's Payton. Miller outside. Payton looking it over. Got a piece of it. Beal with the steal. Oh, and here comes Wall all alone. And Wall with the slam.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
To the inside. Tipped away. And stolen by Portis. Oh, Beal in position. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Washington making some changes. Howard comes in for Portis. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Decker. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Okafor is checked in for Ian Clark. And so Payton will bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by 6. And it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Payton. Payton's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Wall. A little over 1.5 minutes of the 4th quarter gone now. Poke loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Long range from the inbound. Drills the three-pointer. Wall's got 25 points.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Payton against Wall. Now here's Payton. Defense is right there. Clock at 6. Over Green. Here's Davis. Good D by Howard. Washington leading now by 7. Bounce pass from Beal. The dive for the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
What you like about Etuan, he can do a lot of things for you defensively. Terrific instincts.
He's been a different guy here in the 2nd half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Pelicans trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Davis, the pass to Okafor. New Orleans moving it around. Beal with the steal. Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
Man, he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
And Washington making a change here. Parker's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Holiday against Beal. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh, my goodness. His 5th foul. One more, and he's done for the evening.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. The second chance effort. And Okafor with the layup. Okafor's got 4 this quarter.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Wall finds Parker. It's Beal on the wing. The pass to Howard. To the paint. Great D that time from Davis.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Last season, Drew Holiday had a breakout year. The UCLA product had career highs in scoring and efficiency. A lot had to do with he played off the ball. He played a lot of 2-guard.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. And Smitty, as we were talking about Holiday spending more time at shooting guard lately.
But what I like, Kevin, he was still able to create for others effectively. The move allowed him to be much more aggressive in looking for his shot. People weren't sure of the change at first, but he looks right at home when he's playing off the ball.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Now here's Payton. Here's Davis. And that one goes long. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Lets it go from 11, and that one's good. Parker. And the Wizards lead by 14.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
When you have a huge lead, it's easy to get sloppy on offense. They haven't fallen into that trap.
And Davis gets it to go.
As solid as he's been, they're still behind. He needs help.
Here's Washington. They're on a 17-7 run. Payton against Wall. Ariza outside. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think players should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech, you should be allowed to speak up on issues.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. Wizards leading by 10. Outside, Wall. Parker with a clean look. From outside, off the mark. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Payton in the corner. Deflects the pass. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Wall against Payton. And Wall kicks to Beal. He feeds it to Howard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, and when Howard loads up inside, I think the defense is smart to foul and send him to the line.
That free throw, no good. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Holiday with the 3, and a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got his 4th assist in this one. Passes it to Howard. Wall against Payton. And Wall kicks to Parker. Ariza trying to break loose. And that one's good. Parker. And the Wizards lead by 8.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Now here's Payton. Knocks it loose. And there's the call on Howard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. Saransky's checked in for John Wall. And the first one at the line is good.
And you know, Drew Holiday sometimes gets overlooked in the discussion of great point guards, but only because there's so much competition at that position. See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Down low, Howard, the pass to Beal. Lays it up and banks it in. Beal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Miller, no up. Washington leading now by 8. Satoransky with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Lets a floater go. Trying to get open is Davis. The shot by Holiday, no good. Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Davis sends it back. Miller outside. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Jeff Green is checked in for the Wizards. Satoransky against Payton. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Okafor dishes to Davis.
Too much contact. You see what the defender's trying to do, but Davis can be sneaky.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. They've led by as many as 14 points. He kicks it to Howard. Dishes to Beal. Pass to Satoransky. Just 4 to shoot. Misses the 3.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Now, here's Satoransky. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. They'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Pelicans trail by 9. And here's Holiday. Trying to get open is Miller. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And that's 13 points for Drew Holiday.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
And Satoransky kicks to Howard. Beal taking his time here. Ball's knocked loose. Satoransky the pass to Green. There's Beal with the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 26 points for Beal.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Davis finds Holiday. Davis inside. He's against Parker. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. And it's time for an injury report. We get a chance to check up on John Wall's status. David?
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Washington. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. That is such a tough blow to take at the early stage of this season. Hopefully, with it being early, he can recover and help this team down the road. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Wizards leading by 8. Okay, time now for an injury report. Got a chance now to check up on Trevor Ariza's status. David, what's there?
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Washington. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Shoot 2.
It's the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Brown, good.
High percentage play, working the ball in close, then the nice move to convert.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. Over Parker. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Washington. They've led by as many as 14 points. Miller against Green. Miller surveying the floor. Davis in the corner. Shoots the 3. Washington with the rebound. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Howard in the post. Covered by Okafor. Beal the pass to Green. Cans it from downtown. And now it's a 12-point Washington lead.
And this is the kind of deficit it would take a miracle to overcome.
I think this hometown crowd agrees with you. They are fired up about it.
Now here is Davis. Second chance shot, and it's Okafor getting it to go.
I'll tell you, there's no quitting him when it comes to the offensive glass.
And the point differential just too difficult to overcome.
This is where it stings. You just want to keep competing, but deep down, you know it's just not your night.
Now Brown. From deep. Offline. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
We just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks, and having the opportunity to find him, and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.